Hi guys, just a quick chat, gripe, whatever you want to call it, really, I suppose. Just, topical chat, really. It's about the EU referendum. Oh, I know, you're all getting bored of it now. Well, join the club. Well, what do I receive this morning? This leaflet. Now, I've got some pictures of it close up for you guys to have a look at in a minute. It's on down here so I can read it. The first thing I notice on this leaflet that's come through today, which is obviously done in a way that looks like they're trying to fool you, thinking it's something it's not. Starts off with big, bold, red and white banner there saying important information about your postal vote and the EU referendum. Please read. It's making it sound like it's something that's important that everyone needs to know about. Well, everyone that's postal voting. But if you just look at the back, you'd also see that it's from the Stronger In. So it's sounds to me, it's that way. I mean, I haven't read it yet, I must admit, but it sounds to me, just the fact I would notice that in the small print, that this is going to be biased. So, without further ado, let's see if I can bring up a copy of the front of this leaflet. Ah, there you go. A little bit hazy on my screen, but look, should be alright. Now, it starts off with going, if you see there, as I said, at the top there, you've got important information. So, I'd expect this to be impartial, would you say? It should be impartial? Does it sound that way? I would. So you soon receive a postal ballot, the EU referendum. The ballot will allow you to vote in the EU referendum and decide whether Britain remains or leaves in Europe. Well, so far I've not found any important information. And it is about a postal vote. And any information so far, I've got a sneaky suspicion is going to be biased. So let's have a look. It says it's important you have the facts from independent experts, underlined and bolded that they have, so you can make the best and safest choice for your family. Right, well that's already telling me it's going to be a scaremonger story, guys, so let's have a little look, see how scaremonger it is. 1. Jobs. Over 3 million jobs are linked to our exports to the EU. That's 1 in every 10 UK jobs. Okay, but it's already been proven that we don't get really that many jobs that are completely tied, and also they say such a high percentage of our exports go to the EU. Therefore, we obviously make a lot of money from the EU. What they don't say is the monetary value is less, isn't it? We send out less monetary value-wise than what we buy from the EU. So therefore, the EU needs us more than we need them, by the sounds of it. Right, now let's move on. Family finances. Being in the EU makes the UK economy stronger. If you left, our economy would be hit to the tune of £4,300 a year for each UK household. I do have a problem with this one as well. Now, yes, I know you can say I'm biased because I've actually already announced people that I've decided I'm leaving. I'm going to vote to leave. I could be forced by the vote for everyone to stay, but my personal vote would go through, so I've had my say, and my say is I think we should leave. Loads of factors why. Now, this £4,300 for each household is not correct, is it, really? If you've got a household that's purely on benefits, what you're telling me leaving the EU means benefits get cut completely. Therefore, hang on a minute, does that mean you're telling me the EU does the benefits, or do we in the UK do the benefits? I thought it was the UK. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. But And how they do that is they work out what they reckon we're going to lose, and they divide it by the number of households, which gives you like an average. How you do an average, you know, you take how the grand total divided by the shared configuration. So if you got 100, you've got 10, when you say, oh yeah, it'll be 10. Which is fine, but not necessarily correct. Because it wouldn't be shared equally. It's not shared equally now, but it's shared equally. We'd all have the same amount of money. So you can't really say that. I mean, there's going to be households that won't be affected at all, and there'll be ones that, yeah, I agree, will be affected, but it won't be uniform by any stretch of the imagination. Right, businesses. Oh, now this one I did expect to see. Over 200,000 UK businesses trade with the EU, helping them create jobs here in the UK. Well, how many of you have actually watched that? I mean, there was a little video that's gone out, over an hour long, Brexit the movie, and it's actually a documentary, over an hour long, and one of the bits in there was Tate and Lyle, and they've actually done really bad because of the EU. You know, and that's a big company in Africa. Their products are sort of everywhere, or they were. So I expect businesses, big businesses will say, oh, it's better off in the EU. Well, of course they will. I mean, they're creaming our fat cat. But the smaller business won't be quite so lucky. There'll be a lot of them are going to be sort of drowning in red tape, while others won't. So moving on. Number 4, prices. Being in Europe means lower prices in the UK shop, saving the average UK household over £350 a year. If you left Europe, your weekly shop could cost more. Oh, so hang on. I thought these were supposed to be facts. Hang on, it is important you have the facts for independent experts. So that's not a fact because it's a could, maybe, possibly. Right. Okay. So let's have just a quick recap. 1. That's definitely then what they classify as a fact. 2. Yeah, that's in as what they say as a fact. 3. Right, that's in, it's a fact. 4. No. Just quick. Right, and then as I said, the last one's saying fact as well. So only actually 4 of the 5 state themselves as fact. 1 is, oh, we may not. Which means, yeah, it's 50-50. But let's check it anyway. So being it means lower prices. Okay, £350 a year. How's all we left? Well, you can't really say that. Not meaning to harp on too much about people on benefits, but people on benefits won't spend as much as someone, you know, Mr. Cameron, who's got all these millions of pounds and just go and buy the best of everything. He obviously buys more, therefore he would be affected more by it. People don't pay quite as much, you know, don't buy as much, won't be as badly affected. Yeah, they'll still be hit by it. I agree on what they're saying, if that was true, but they wouldn't be hit as much in the strictest sense of the word because they wouldn't be buying as much. It just means they'd have to buy less because they couldn't afford quite as much, but they wouldn't be hit as much as someone buying a lot more. So again, you can't really put that on every household because not every household is in the same wealth bracket. So let's move on. Public services. Leaving the EU would hit the UK economy and mean government spending cuts of 36 billion. Interesting. Where do I get that figure from? Meaning less money for the NHS. Well, as I say, NHS is one of the protected areas. Why would it be hit? But let's just say, okay, well then, yeah, it's going to be hit. Okay. So you're telling me the EU is even entrenched in our public services, which the only public service I mentioned here is the NHS. Well, that to me says even more why we should get out. And there's nothing here about the money we'd save by not paying for our membership. The EU. You know, there's so much all the facts. Well, come on, give us all the sides. Not another bias. I mean, you know, come on, it wasn't that long ago. Every household was sent one of these propaganda, scaremongering leaflets by the government that they said they had the legal obligation to do, and it was all completely one-sided. I mean, you know, I'm not directly involved in the debate. I'm just a general Joe Blog public person. But I would admit there was good and bad on both sides. There has been a couple of things that come from the EU that are quite good, and there's things that are bad. I mean, going back to the Brexit the movie, the bit about Tate and Lyle, I mean, that was really bad. I mean, they were so good at what they did. They had their own dock and everything. They had ships coming in all the time, collecting their sugar, taking it. The sugar products are taking it to other countries, and then all of a sudden join the EU, and it's all got to come the other way. So they don't export as much; they have to import more, and they're forced to do this, and therefore they've laid people off and scaled back the business. This dock that they had, which is their own private dock, is no longer used anywhere near as much. You know, so I'm prepared to say there's good and bad on both sides. I've even heard Nigel Farage state that yeah, it's not all 100% doom and gloom being in the EU, but in his personal opinion, it's better off outside. So you know, it seems to me that the Remain side are only prepared to admit the so-called bad points without leaving. They're not prepared to say, well, you know, it's going to cause us a few issues that we're going to try to work out, but you know, we still feel it's better to stay in. No, they just say it is. I mean, look at this. I mean, 5 points here, and every one is a negative for leaving. Not a single thing that says, well, here's a real fact, it will be slightly worse off for us or dealing with, I don't know, it's just for argument's sake, say sugar. We're going to be problematic. We're not going to be able to produce sugar because we can't compete with the rest of the world because they do it so much cheaper, and we're going to be forced spinning. So therefore, our sugar industry is going to go down the drain, just like the steel industry. I'd prefer them to be honest, globally honest, than just give us, oh, well, this is, you know, we're going to attack the leave and say, well, look, you lot are a bunch of bigoted idiots, or whatever the latest phrase if you want to use on anyone that wants to leave or express an interest in leaving. It wasn't actually that long ago. I think one of the Labour people actually came around and said a constituent was racist. Bit naughty, that really. Shouldn't really say that sort of thing. I don't know the full facts of it. I don't tend to know everything. But a politician calling a constituent racist, not a good idea, I don't think. Anyway, moving on. Let's move on. I said these facts. Well, number 4 definitely isn't a fact. You've stated it in your own documentation. Will help you decide whether being in Europe or leaving. be on our own is better for creating jobs, keeping prices low, and ensuring the financial security of your family. It's your vote and your future. Remember to use your postal vote. Okay, right. I haven't looked at the back yet. We'll look at it in a minute. But just going by the front, I still haven't found any important information about my postal vote. All I've seen is 5 facts, one of which they've already in their own wording has said it's not a definite. On why we should stay. Leaving is really dodgy. This is why. When I say that why we should stay, they're not actually saying why we shouldn't leave. They're not saying why we should stay. You think you look at all of these reasons, they're saying why we shouldn't leave. They're not saying why we should actually stay. They're not stating this is good. I mean, the way they put it, I mean, they could have rephrased it. Then, just grab number one as an example, over 3 million jobs. And instead of saying we'll be lost, they say we'll be protected by. You know, so they could spin it the other way. I mean, it's like statistics. You could say, well, 1 in every 10 jobs goes to this, or if you spin it another way, 10%, it sounds better than 1, and so on. So, anyway, let's just move on. Let's have a look at the back of this leaflet. Oh, I don't look like it scanned me well. Never mind. But so I shall use my printed copy. So we've got what? 6 comments here. Let's see if these are unbiased, shall we? Top left, Martin Lewis, leading consumer champion. On balance of probability, is more. Hang on a minute. This is a possible not. On balance of probability, it's more likely we'll have less money in our pockets if we vote to leave. So it's not saying we will. Then on probability, so I think we're going to lose money. Blah blah blah. Let's have a look. Top right, Kathy Warwick, Chief Executive, Royal College of Midwives. Saying in Europe is better for the NHS, it's better for women, and it's better for midwives. What? I don't know where that one comes from. So that's saying it's not better for men then. All the men better vote to leave then. Only better for women. But it's better for everyone. And in today's age, that's very biased. Borderline or sexist, isn't it? You know, it's only women. Let's have a look. Middle left, Francis O'Grady, TUC General Secretary. Right, let's have a look. A Brexit, oh, I love the phrase, would have massive implications for jobs, rights, and the very fabric of the UK. If you take the floor away, workers will be worse off. Well, yeah, they'll have nothing to stand on. Oh, you're not talking about that, you're talking about proverbial floor. Really? What? All our jobs, every job in the country is linked to the EU. I know the EU's got God knows how many laws now. But really? I don't think so. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we may lose some. We will lose, you know, that literally makes it like every job. We become a country unemployed. I don't believe that for 1 second. And stop, you know, I think this Francis O'Grady should stop belittling the UK. Great Britain, oh, no, I'm not going to continue with that one. So, middle right, Karen Brady, businesswoman. Not business, I don't know, but there you go, just says businesswoman. Never heard of her before. UK businesses can create more jobs in Europe than out on their own. Really? Create more jobs in Europe. Thought we was worried about the UK here in Britain. UK businesses can create more jobs in Europe. Yeah, it's definitely said about creating jobs in Europe. as there's more of the world that's not part of Europe than part of Europe, and we can make more jobs elsewhere than what we can in Europe. Bottom left then, Richard Branson, founder of Virgin, leaving the EU would be very, very damaging for Great Britain. How? How exactly? That's a bit of a no-go statement. I expect something a bit more from an entrepreneur like Richard Branson. I'm sorry, I think he's lost the plot on that one without giving more information. I mean, maybe they've only given a small snapshot of what he said, but the snapshot they've given makes it sound like, oh, it could be very, very worse off. Very, 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 very bad, you know? Yeah, really. Right, bottom right, Mark Carney. Oh, Bank of England governor. Now, they really should stay out of it, personally, in my view. Leaving the EU is the biggest domestic risk to financial stability. No, it's not. The biggest risk to financial stability is another global crash. That's the biggest risk we face. If there's an absolute massive global crash, global recession, then we're in deep, deep problems. Something of a clean word to use there, guys. So, yeah. No, that's not. So, this leaflet. Oh, I want to be handy. They've given a return address. Guess where this is going. Another thing is, we didn't get. Just 1 second. We didn't get one. We got two. No, I lie. We got 3 of them. So they're totting up their money. I mean, they're only allowed to spend so much, aren't they? Although we did have the government cheating their way through and spending more than what actually the official campaigns are allowed to spend grand total. Let's get rid of that picture because that is annoying me now. Yeah, I don't want that one. Don't want that one. Yeah, get rid of them. Yeah, gone. The leaflet's going to back. I'm sending mine back. My wife's got one sent back. My eldest son, I know, will be sending it back. And my younger son, who's already reached voting age and has got a postal vote, didn't get one. What a shame. I'll be really, really upset about that. But actually, I mean, it's like I see you won't. I already know he wants to leave. I mean, it's a household of 4, all at voting age, and all 4 of us have already made our minds up, and no one's pressured anyone here. The only pressure we've had is the Remain campaign, the first of the government leaflet, which I sent back to Downing Street. And before anyone tries to start on me over this one, I put it in an envelope. I put a letter in it saying I no longer wish to receive anything from them regarding the EU referendum, and I should do the same with this. I paid the postage. I haven't wasted taxpayers' money on trying to scaremonger people. People don't have to watch this video, they can leave it. I don't mind, it doesn't bother me. I'm making this for myself really, more than anything. I don't agree with the EU, and I have looked at all the sides, honestly, but when I've been scaremongered, people are trying to scaremonger me into, oh, you must stay because you will be worse off by it. You know, all this. I mean, no, I don't take threats. Obama threat, we'll be at the back of the queue. Then we go somewhere else. What drives prices down? Consumers. Because consumers stop buying the stuff, so everyone starts, oh, well, let's see if we can produce it cheaper. We can produce it cheaper. They buy from us, not from that person. You know, if one business outdoes another one. By, well, we make it cheaper, we've still got the same quality, we make it cheaper, therefore people will buy our one. That's how it works. So it's it's consumer. If the consumers are so unwealthy that they can't buy, then everything would collapse. So what they do is, it's like some places will take a loss on one product so they can keep people buying stuff that they make profit on, and overall they end up with a profit. How businesses work. How the referendum should work should be unbiased. I mean, if I can think of something that's good about the EU, I'll say it. But at the moment, I can't, because everything to do with the EU is, well, doom and gloom. You know, if you leave us, we're gonna get, you know, like France. If you're no longer part of the EU, right, we're not going to protect the border. Well, do they protect it now? We've got illegal immigrants over here to get through. They're constantly over there waiting to jump on a lorry or something, or on a boat and get across. We get them already. We already know for a fact there are thousands of illegal immigrants in this country that have come in by dubious means through the French borders. Not all. I'm not saying they've all come through there. I'm going to be honest. I mean, some come other methods. How? I'm not 100% sure, but I know for a fact there will be other ways. It's not going to be only through the Channel Tunnel, say. It's going to be, you know, on the ferries, on the trains. There's going to be other ways of getting across. But that's just a problem every country is going to have anyway. But say, oh, if you leave, or we're just going to, we'll dump your border back on you. Well, yeah, and oh, then you'll have refugee camps. No, we won't. Why would we have refugee camps? We just wouldn't let them in. To turn up, we say no, we send them back. You know, we're quite capable of doing that. The country, what I hate about what's going on in the country is, with this referendum, is they're saying everything you hear on the Remain side is belittling the UK. We couldn't survive. Well, of course we could. We've done it before. I mean, why did we have the big recession after the war? Well, it was orchestrated, wasn't it? I mean, you'd have to watch Brexit the movie to see some of the reasons on some of the things that happened, but I mean, a lot of what goes on behind closed doors is a secret. I know. Not worried about that. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, and this is the last point I'll say, guys, on the EU thing, is we don't get a say in what goes on, whereas in our government we don't like them. We know, well, now they've changed it 5 years, but once the 5 years are up, we vote them out. We don't like you, we don't trust you, boom, you're gone. We vote someone else in, give them a chance. And in 5 years, they may get kicked out. But that's it, it's democracy. There is no democracy in the EU. They say, oh, well, we've got a big vote. Well, hang on, there's 28 countries, isn't it? I believe 28 countries in the EU. So that gives us 1/28th. We don't get any extras. Just because we're Britain. We're just one of the 28. Therefore, we don't get anything really massively brilliant. Yeah, we get a say, but do we really? I mean, we're outvoted to that extent. We're outvoted. Simple as that. So it's not democracy. Democracy, if we could vote in who we want to be in there and sack them when they don't, you know, do a good job, that would be democracy. Well, that's chatter this time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, whatever. If you don't want to, fine. If you think it's rubbish, fine. Leave us a comment saying it's rubbish. I really don't mind. I'm entitled to my view. I've said my view. Let's see if any of you have got